Today we are speaking to a celebrity paparazzi to find out the secrets of the industry, which celebrities produce the most expensive photos, and how much he's made from being a paparazzi. Welcome to On the Sidelines. This is going to be a tough question because in 18 years, what is your best celebrity interaction that you've ever had? I know it would be hard to choose from, but if you could give me one.
So one of my favorite moments of my 18 years is going backstage with Rihanna. What happened with her, she handpicked people in every city to come backstage and have, a little time with her. So she handpicked me to come with me and my friends to come backstage with her on the anti-world tour. And we were back there for about 2.5 hours and we were just talking, chopping it up. She wanted to know more about my family. She started understanding me as a person and how do I click? Everything came full circle because of my extensive years of following her around, but doing it the right way and asking her the right questions and being positive around her.
Dude, you got to give me one more. That was so good. Give me another one. I want to hear more.
Ariana Grande. People really didn't know who Ariana Grande was when I first met her. Fans wanted me to cover her because she was going on a date, on a kind of online dating with one of these guys. It was part of a group called the Janoskins. His name is, I think his name was Jake. One of my friends in the car was like, "Oh, Ariana Grande, I know who she is. Like, I literally love her. I actually went for her like 2 weeks ago by her house." I was like, what? That's so random. I was like, all right. So we actually went to the house. I papped her and stuff like that. She was just like, kind of like shy, like, who are you? And she was like, come the next day. I want to look you up. I want to see who you are. And so you could come the next day. I'll be dolled up and everything. So you could, film me then. So I came the next day. Everything was good. She saw my videos and everything. She loved me. She asked me to join her for her first show. And I went backstage at the Today Show. I was with her, Mac Miller, rest in peace, Mac Miller. And we just hung out back there. And Scooter Braun, this when they got Scooter Braun, first time dealing with Ariana Grande. And he already knew me from Justin Bieber. He was like, what are you doing back here? And I was like, I'm with my girl, Ariana Grande. He was like, no way. And then Ari came over and was like, oh my God, you guys met. Oh my God. I was like, yeah. Scooter. Like, you didn't know, And Ariana Grande, gave me a big hug and she was like, oh, I got to get ready for my performance. And Scooter was like, how did you pull that off? And I was like, that's what I do.
What misconceptions do people have about paparazzi that we should know, that the public deserves to know?
I think one of the biggest misconceptions is that we all, like mean, right? Like we want the dirt. You know what I'm saying? Like we want them at their lowest point. We want to see them fall. That's far from the truth. I want the smiles. I want the, oh my God, the recognition. Oh my God, it's Caesar. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll give you your shot. I want them to be open with me. I want them to be like, oh, I'm having a bad day. Like not today, Caesar. I love that because they're human like us.
And does that affect you in any way when you hear about like the bad paparazzi and things and the public opinion? Like, does that bother you?
Not at all. I actually stand out even more when they see my body of work and they see the way I present myself and everything. A lot of it is when they see me in the street, people get surprised right away because they're like, oh my God, you're not as bad as I thought you guys were going to be. And I was like, whoa, like, that's crazy, but it's fine, because I get it, right? Like I saw the trailblazers before me, before me, there were a lot of bad ones. There was a lot of people that used to talk, crap before they start filming. What I'm saying? I knew about that. I knew the history of paparazzi and stuff like that, and I didn't want to go down that path. I wanted to do the positive because I'm always positive. Right? I wanted to trailblaze that. And I see it more often now with a lot of these paparazzis. They follow in the same suit and they've seen the notoriety that comes with being positive,
For people who are extra interested, what are some secrets that we might not know about paparazzi? Give us it all. Tell us everything.
I'll give you one. Sometimes celebrities do call us, right, to do setup shots, right? It's very rare, but if your last name is Kardashian, that sometimes will happen more often than regular celebrities, you know?
How much can you sell like a celebrity photo or video for? I know they'll all be different, but if you could give like a range for people who want to know, that would be amazing.
It's all about exclusivity, right? So non-exclusive, meaning there's about 5 or 6 different people there, and we're filming a picture, taking pictures of somebody. It depends on the celebrity too, right? If it's Rihanna wearing some high fashion and stuff like that, you know, we can make $300-400 off of those shots, and that's non-exclusive. If I was exclusive with her and she's wearing Gucci, like let's say she's a specific brand, let's say Versace, right? She's wearing Versace, so Versace would come to us like straight away and probably pay about $5,000 for those photos. If it's fashion, you can make from $1,000 to $5,000. If it's a huge story, right? Like right now, Wendy Williams hasn't been spotted for a while, right? And she's in the news because of, you know, them taking advantage of her, you know, during her lowest time, you know, with her new series. To see her now, let's say in a wheelchair, and then you ask her like, how you doing? And she's kind of out of it and stuff like that. That'll probably make you about 15 to 20 grand right there. If you get a new couple, let's say Jennifer Aniston is back with Brad Pitt, right? Let's say like they rekindle their romance, right? That will go 6 figures easy, $100,000, $150,000, you know, and it all depends on the PDA. Let's say if they're kissing, right? Or they're holding hands and stuff like that. You're talking about $250,000 to $300,000 right there.
How much is the most you've ever received for a paparazzi photo?
Jay-Z, Beyonce coming off the elevator with Solange. It was the infamous slap in the face. I don't know if you ever seen that. It was after the Met Gala. So they got the video inside the elevator. I didn't know that. What I noticed was he had a brand new car waiting outside. Most of the paparazzis there, they were kind of mingling and stuff, like talking. Me and my ex-partner at the time, we're watching this new car. I see the driver look at me and he put his visor down. So when I watched them, I looked at my partner and I told him to come to the street. So we're the only paparazzis in the street. The door is in front of us. So the other paparazzis are on the side. So when I looked at the door, I saw Beyonce's bodyguard looking through the window, and I looked at my partner. I was like, it's going down. You know, it's going to happen. So the car pulled up, the new car pulled up. People didn't know it was Jay-Z's car. When it pulled up, Jay-Z, Beyonce came out first, and Solange was behind, and Jay-Z was holding his face like this. And boom, 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 we started snapping away. It was too late for the paparazzis to get a frontal picture. So we was the only one that had the straightaway pictures of them walking into the car. And I was like, the whole time, I'm like, Jay-Z really, he don't care that we take his picture. He's cool with us, you know? So we was like, that was weird that he was holding his face. About 2 days later, we was on Angelina Jolie, and my sales rep calls me up and was like, Cesar, were you the only one to film Jay-Z and Beyonce coming out that elevator? And I was like, no, there was other paps there, but we got the only shots, frontal shots. She was like, okay, cool. I'll call you back. So when she went away, I was like, that was weird. I thought she was going to ask me about Angelina, but that's fine. She called back. She was like, Cesar, everybody wants this. Everybody wants this. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know, I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't know how big it was until TMZ launched that video of the coming off the elevator. Because what TMZ helped us out with is TMZ had that exclusive. They paid a lot of money for that video, but we had everything else afterwards. So TMZ was feeding them that, but we had everything else. So every news outlet in the world purchased it at a premium. So the premium was about $4,000, but everybody was paying $4,000. I mean, it was like 100 people paying $4,000. So it was just like, bah, 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 bah. It kept ringing for the whole year. So it was 3 of us that made over $150,000.
Dude, congratulations. I'm going to list some celebrities, right? And you have to tell me how much a photo of them would sell for.
Harry Styles by himself, with the girlfriend.
With a girlfriend.
With the girlfriend, $3 grand.
On his own.
$1 grand.
Kim Kardashian.
By herself, $1,500.
Drake.
Drake, about 700.
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie, depending on the fashion. If she has some high fashion, I would say 1,500.
Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish, it depends what she has on, right? If she has stuff that's revealing, I will say probably about $1,200, $1,300.
Taylor Swift.
Whew. Now there's two sides of this. Her by herself sells all day in the $1,000 to $1,500 range. Her with a boyfriend, exclusive, $5,000 all day. Non-exclusive, you will go like $2,000, $1,500.
What about Ariana Grande?
Ariana Grande, and I know this personally because I made this money. So her with a boyfriend right now, because they haven't been spotted together for a while, is about 5,000. Her by herself, and it depends on what she has on. Her with some regular stuff on, I would say 800. Her with some nice fashion, she's about 1,500.
But Beyonce.
Beyonce, she always high money, right? Fashion, 1,500 to 2,000. Regular Beyonce, and she's usually not regular Beyonce, right? She's always like on point. But like her just walking into a store and stuff like that, I will say probably 1,000. It stays up in the 1,000, 1,200 range.
Adele,
I will say about 1,000.
Who would you say is the hardest celebrity to pap?
Right now, it's definitely Beyonce. Anything Beyonce in New York is very difficult because she goes to garage to garage. She's very difficult. Who else? Billie Eilish was very difficult when she was out here. She really doesn't want her picture taken right now for some reason. So if I see a person, I always go off of energy. So if I see a person really doesn't want to be papped or nothing like that, I truly just leave them alone completely, because I'm not going to put forth effort if you're going to be hiding your face and stuff like that. So, I go towards, more towards the celebrities that actually want to be their pictures taken. So those are the kind of the bit. Adele is pretty much after, I totally leave her alone completely. You say Adele to me, I just leave you alone. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't deal with Adele, because the one time I tried to work on her, she garaged it and then she pulled over, and then it was like, why are you following me and stuff like that? I'm like, this is New York, you know what I'm saying? Like this is what we do. And she was just like, I don't want to be filmed. And I was like, that's it. That's all I need to just let her kind of go.
What's the line when it comes to, I guess, where you film, what they say, and when they say they don't want to be filmed? What's the line?
So my personal line, especially in New York City, you can't film in places, right? Like if they're staying at a hotel, I won't go inside the hotel and film you inside your hotel, right? Like I'm not going to do that, right? And I feel like it's illegal because it's private. Most of it's private. I mean, the lobby is not private, because lobby, if there's a restaurant and you pay to be in there, you're paying to be there, right? But I never cross those lines. The street is always fair game.